Welcome to Really American. I am Michael Hayne. Marjorie Taylor Greene, that's Dog the Bounty. Sometimes I confuse them. Okay. Marjorie Taylor Greene is close enough. She has been faltering in MAGA world as of late. She is no longer the anointed MAGA Snow White trash, and she is now having a back alley cat fight with loony Laura Loomer, the doll from Jigsaw, as you can see.
This is such an important election. I don't think that she has the experience or the right mentality to advise a very important president.
I wholeheartedly agree, Garbagey. If there is anyone who has been paying their dues much longer when it comes to being a totally batshit, miserably uninformed, totally unqualified, mentally unfit person, you're the first name that comes up. So I definitely agree. It should be you. And apparently it wants her to be her again because she, last week, following the debate, posted on X that she has a known whistleblower, a reported whistleblower from ABC News, who claims that ABC News had advanced questions that were favorable to Kamala Harris. Oh, and what do you know? A few days later, an equally evasive claim came out, very questionable, that this anonymous whistleblower had apparently been killed in a car accident. Always a car accident. And that's the claim that Garbagey ran with, saying, the ABC whistleblower who claimed Kamala Harris was given debate questions ahead of the debate has died in a car crash according to news reports. And as you can see here, readers added much needed context. Rep. Greene acknowledged in a later tweet that this is false, but has not taken down this post. The source of the report is BGRND Search, which is some lame, crappy WordPress blog. Unlike actual news outlets, the blog still has a default, quote, custom footer text right at the bottom. Furthermore, as a user pointed out, the source for the quote-unquote news report that Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene initially referred to, and then clarified as false regarding the death of a, quote, ABC whistleblower, is in fact an obscure, spammy WordPress blog. I don't know if you're aware, but using, quote, news reports or even adding the word breaking in the Elon Musk Rocket Man era of making wildly unfounded claims is kind of the new thing. That's kind of what they do when they want to pass off conspiracies as legit. And then here was Garbagey. This story appears to be false, and I'm glad to hear it. We need a serious investigation into the whistleblower's report that Kamala Harris was given debate questions ahead of time from ABC. One user tweets out, is this a joke? Yeah, it's the Republican Party, and it's not a good one. What specific news outlets reported on the Kamala Harris whistleblower dying in a car crash? You're known to lie and manufacture bullshit. Prove this to be true or STFU. And then an actual Trump supporter says, I'm a Trump supporter, but this is not true. Not that anybody needs any more information as to how batshit crazy Marjorie Greene is, but here is actually how batshit crazy Marjorie Greene is.
Hey everyone, this is Marjorie Greene. I'm excited to talk to you guys today. I want to go through the entire story of everything that's been going on. Have you guys been following 4chan, Q, any of that stuff? Anybody? It's a story that if you were actually to write this in a book, honestly, I probably would quit reading the book because it's so unbelievable. It's an anonymous person. All right, so Q is a patriot. We know that for sure. It's not just Democrat and Republican, left and right. You can dive down in that Civil War into deeper levels where we have basically the deep state is fighting back against President Trump, the loyal people in his administration, and the American people. Okay?
I mean, is it going to be true that the child pedophilia in the elites in the Washington, D.C., is that what we're really going to see come out? Is it true? Is the type of corruption we're going to see come out, is it going to be satanic worship that possibly all these people are involved in?
Have you seen, and I've asked Will this before, the picture of Ruth Bader Gingrich walking through the airport? This woman has been drawn over for how many years, and all of a sudden she's walking straight upright like it's a whole new person.
Almost like
Do
a
you
body
believe
double, like
that
Hillary
is
Clinton.
Ruth?
Yeah, like the
Yes.
body double for Hillary Clinton. So it's interesting. So
I do not believe that was Ruth. No, I don't think so.
There's possible satanic worship, and maybe that all these scary things that people talk about on what's considered conspiracy sites and conspiracy theories really may be true. But that's what Q has been telling everyone.
We had witnessed 9/11, right? We had witnessed 9/11, the terrorist attack in New York, and the plane that crashed in Pennsylvania, and the so-called plane that crashed into the Pentagon. It's odd. There's never any evidence shown for a plane in the Pentagon. But anyways, I'm not going to dive into the 9/11 conspiracy.
Q is trying to tell people on these forums and 4chan, and he's trying to tell people the truth. And he does it through questions, asking questions, and giving clues. And so it's basically, you're going down the rabbit hole. You're following the white rabbit, and you're figuring it out.
I've got a question for you. How do you get avid gun owners and people that support the Second Amendment to give up their guns and go along with anti-gun legislation? Maybe you accomplish that by performing a mass shooting into a crowd that is very likely to be conservative, very likely to vote Republican, very likely to be Trump supporters, very likely to be pro-Second Amendment, and very likely to own guns. Is that what happened in Las Vegas? Is that why the country music festival was targeted? I have a lot of questions about that. I don't believe Stephen Paddock was a lone wolf. I don't believe that he pulled this off all by himself.
They destabilized the Middle East. That's what happened, okay? So that happened.
Whew. Is everybody still alive out there? I know I almost croaked out midway. Anyway, I don't see how Trumpy Dumpty can fall in love with Garbagey Greene. I mean, look at that. That was if there ever were a MAGA conspiracy love anthem, that would be it. But Marge, I think I'm going to up the ante with wild, unfounded claims. I am going to suggest that this is your sister, that this is your twin sister. Actually, it doesn't seem totally baseless, but let's just roll with that for a moment. But this is exactly why it's so important for users, like-minded users like you fine people, to remain on X. Many people have left, but it's important for you to remain on X because it is because of you that you can correct this BS. You can put it in check. They allow reader suggestions, and you are the ones that are going to stop this cancerous spread of massive bullshit information. It's really the only way it can get done. Anyway, I am Michael Hayne. This is Really American. Please subscribe to our network and check me out on TikTok at Mike Hayne Comedian. Talk to you later.